Hey guys, what's going on? It's Classic and welcome to another video. This time we've got some interesting footage from the most recent league race I did with the Xtreme Racing League guys. This race was super difficult, but I wanted to share it because I actually learned a lot and it kind of proved that just keep going and you never know kind of what you can salvage from a bad situation. The weekend was pretty well. I did quite a lot of practice for this and did all right with qualifying. Qualified P6 and was looking good, but at the very start of the race we had some contact, which meant we had to pit at the end of the first lap for a new front wing, and that kind of compromised the strategy, along with the rain that came, which was really pivotal. But I'll show you this this contact and see what you think.
Lights are gone, and the Chinese Grand Prix, all the Mercedes isn't ready. Charlie was not ready. No, we have a Toro Rosso's into the wall. But no, little Toros actually hit each other, so that is always a good start. And a safety car within the first lap.
So that's, you can see this is it on board with Jono, and he makes sort of the tiniest movement to the right, but it just so happened to be at the same time Fraddus was kind of moving to the left, and they just come together kind of, 3 into 1, done go, and that was it. That was all it took. It's the kind of the smallest of movement. But yeah, they met at the wrong place at the wrong time, and I just happened to be, then squeezed between Fraddus and the wall, and yeah, that was it. That was all it took. So that meant a lap 1 pit stop, which these are the recommended strategies that were given to me at the start of the race. Here is what I ended up doing, which I can tell you is not the optimum strategy, but because of the lap 1 pit stop, I went onto the mediums in the hopes of then being able to switch straight to the inters with the rain later on, but that never really happened. But after doing 17 laps on the mediums, they were about had it, so I had to pit, and I could see that 2 other people behind me was already on the inters. I'd pitted for them a lap earlier, so I didn't think I was taking that much of a gamble at the time, but what turned out to be a costly mistake.
And Classic is into the pits. Let's see what he puts on. Some of these people say they're all doing different strategies. Classic is going to the pits for intermediate tyres. We've now got 3 cars on intermediates.
So as you can see, Fraddus and Knight Rider had already pitted for the inters, and so I thought I'd not made that much of a gamble. I thought I'd done okay, taking the mediums an extra lap, and I was like, right, this is it. But it didn't take many corners to realise that the track was just not wet enough. DRS was still enabled at this point, I will add as well, which is, the key sign that it's inters weather. But I want to try and jump the gun a little bit. Being behind, I had to kind of roll the dice to try and catch up, to try and make a play from, what turned out to be a pretty bad Grand Prix, because I needed to pit again, and so it was going to cost me 20 seconds. But at the end of that lap, I boxed again for a set of softs and was actually doing quite well for the first few laps. I had the softs on, within sort of 38s, low 39, so was just about on the pace, and crucially was actually faster than I was on the inters. I'm not sure if the inters would have been okay. I was losing a lot of time, but the biggest problem is you don't want to burn the inters out, so that by the time the track is wet enough for inters, they're just ruined anyway, so you need to pit for another set of tyres. And I just had Brundle's commentary in my mind saying just be on the right tyres at the right time, and so went back onto the softs. But you can see how I'm really struggling with the car here to just keep it on the track. And this was one of the big takeaways really of this whole thing, was that I did quite a lot of practice for this race, worked a lot on the setup, and despite going wide here at turn 1, I'd actually think I've made quite a lot of improvements in being able to handle the car in these conditions. I think not long ago I'd have really struggled and been off the track and been spinning, which at this level in this league would have meant pretty much disaster and back of the pack, which you can see on the minimap here. We've got an orange dot behind us, which is the leader of Beard Boost, and then behind that is Jarvis, who you can see in the top left is as a struggle again. Look, just can't move the car. But Jarvis is already on the inters, and he's chasing us down pretty quickly. And then there's 2 other dots there, but I don't know if they're for position, if they're back markers or what. I can't see. I can't tell that information. So as we're heading round towards the end again, just once you get out on the marbles, on the wet tires with the slicks, it's really bad. So I'm just basically my whole focus. I can barely look at any of this information at the time. I'm just thinking keep the thing on the track. And it's only now that I realise that this could be the leader coming up behind us. And I'm really cautious of Jarvis, but my goal is to at least score a point here. So I'm not, again, look at this. I'm not too concerned about letting Jarvis past, if I'm honest. I just look at the leader to see where he is and nearly lose it there. So I'm absolutely dying at this point. I just want to get this thing over and done with. And so I'm trying to let the leader by here, but obviously not let Jarvis get too close. And it's only just occurred to me here as we start braking for the hairpin that that's the leader who's passed us, which means I don't have to complete the final lap if I'm a lap down. Which, as you can see, with Jarvis who's behind, and that red dot, just to hairpin now, is actually P11. It's Jimmo Jones, who's also on the inter tyres. As the leader pulls off, I'm not sure if he was trying to let his back pass, but I'm getting around here and I'm like, no, go, because I see Jimmo Jones is on the inters, and I don't want to do another lap because that'd be it. I mean, Jimmo would he'd be past me so quickly, and I'd have lost the 10th place. So a little bit of luck, a little bit of quick thinking gave us P10 at the flag and our first point in the league, despite doing 3 pit stops, having the completely wrong tyres. And yeah, it was so tough those last few laps on the softs and really tense because I just wanted to bring the car home and not spin. But it really did give me a lot of confidence in knowing that, put in the effort, put in the practice. And if you just keep your head down, even in bad situations, you can walk away with a result. So I'm looking forward to the next race with these guys, Baku, this weekend. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it, guys.